Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Weather News Times and Not Show. Now, in the last episode here on the Weather News Times and Not Show that we did, we played Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PlayStation 4. If you want to go check that out, it'll be at the top of this video. We are reaching ever so closely to 30 episodes of the Weather News Times and Not Show. Ooh. Crazy, because pretty much 8-9 years ago, we hit 30 episodes of Weather News Times or Not. And we did that live stream, and it was horrible. Do not watch it.
Don't watch it.
It was awful. And it was in this very basement, too.
It was.
It was, like, right over there. And
it was.
We were very upset that nobody was on. It was on Google something or another, and it was really dumb. But if you're so curious of what that is, it'll be at the top of this video. Whatever, you know. We were, like, 14, 15 at the time, so
yeah,
who cares? But we did that last week, and that was a lot of fun to do. We plan on doing more of those, of course. If you haven't yet checked out Home, our Western film, go check it out. We did that several weeks ago. It feels like a month ago, at least, but it's been several weeks since we did that film, so go check it out. It was a lot of fun to do. We talked about it also in the last episode, so if you want to know what we thought about it, go watch that episode as well. Today, we're going to be doing something that we've done, feels like a bajillion times on the show, and we're going to continue to do it until we watch every single one of our videos.
Yep.
Whether that be behind-the-scenes films or anything. We're going to do it. The last time that we did a video like this was we reacted to the Hunger Games, which was, I don't even remember, but go watch it. It'll be at the top of this video also. We reacted to the Hunger Games, reacted to the film, talked about behind-the-scenes stuff, did all that, all of it. We talked about it all. If you want to go watch that, go watch it. Today, we're going to be reacting to one of our Star Wars Universe videos, one of our Star Wars films, the very many that we've done. It is an original Star Wars film, not to be confused with other things that we've done with, like, Anakin Skywalker and other people that I cannot think of off the top of my head right now. But Anakin Skywalker is the only one that comes to mind right now.
To actual, like, Star Wars stuff, we've only done Anakin out of the actual universe.
That I can think of.
I think everything else has been made up characters.
We like we've said in Star Wars Bounty, when we watched that one, and reacted to that one, we like to do original characters because, you know, what is there to do with characters that already exist?
Yep.
The same thing that everyone else does.
Make up your new character, make up a whole new storyline, and go off of that storyline with this character and actually show it.
And be in a universe that already exists.
Yep.
But we're going to be watching Star Wars The Stranger. It is the last film in the Salth Jarrde trilogy. I know Dawson's talked about Salth Jarrde, especially in the character video that we did about him playing Salth Jarrde, but it is the season 1 finale of the journey of Salth Jarrde, which went from 2017 to 2021. So that was a very, 2017, 19, and then 21. So every 2 years we did it. But there will be a season 2. We've talked about that, and there will be a season 2, and we already know what the finale for that one is, and it's pretty big. Pretty big finale. Pretty big finale for that one. But we're going to be reacting to Star Wars The Stranger. Before we jump into it, we might talk about a little bit of probably some things before we got the film done. And then when we react to it, we'll say stuff. And then afterwards, we'll talk about the whole film in general. But pre-planning for this, we actually filmed this at the end of 2020. And we didn't get to finish it. Tell them why we didn't get to finish it. It's really funny, actually.
Trace's lightsaber died.
All because of that. We didn't get to film the rest of it because my lightsaber died.
We were sitting out there and we were fighting, and no, we didn't even get to fight yet.
No.
We were getting, it was like...
We got a couple shots in.
It was the clashing part. We got to the clashing part, and his lightsaber started flickering. And Trace was like, why is mine doing that? And I was like, I don't know. I've never seen it do that before. And we're like, well, I mean, we'll just kind of use it and go along with it. And the next shot we're about to do, and we're like, okay, let's do this next shot. And then Trace turns it on, and as soon as he turns it on, we're like, oh.
If we react to the behind the scenes, there is a clip in there where it actually dies. Yeah. And we're like, crap, we can't do this no more.
Yeah.
So it was. I think it was great that we didn't get to film the rest of it that day because it was freezing cold outside.
It was cold
because we filmed the week before Christmas, which is always great in Georgia. But this film is really cool. We talked about doing, because we did the sequel, which we might react to in the future, of Journey to the Past, where you really got to see the story of Salth Jarrde start, and then it really just crumbles from there. This film is really it's something. I'll say that it's something for that character, and also a lot of firsts. Gabe's first actual film and character, and Caitlin is in it as well. So basically, Dawson plays Salth Jarrde. I play Jarek Zangival, or the Inquisitor, as you'll see in the film. Caitlin plays Senator Kim Torwin, as she is trying to get Prince Carthelrad, Gabe's character, off of the planet because the Inquisitor is trying to kill them. Fun stuff. And we never know why he wants to kill them.
He just wants to.
He just wants to kill them. It's just an excuse to get these two characters to butt heads with each other. This film, part of it was actually shown on live TV, on the Sherry Show. So that's a cool fun fact. We actually part of the lightsaber scene that you will see here that we watch right in a few minutes was actually on TV. So that's pretty cool.
Which, speaking of the lightsaber scene, also the longest and best and the coolest lightsaber fight that we have ever done on the channel. Yeah, I still love it, and I will always appreciate it, and it's epic.
It definitely makes me not want to do another one ever again.
We've talked about we'll still use lightsabers, but not dueling with them because
it's like it took me 3 hours. Nice. It took me 3 hours to edit that entire sound effects with that entire scene. I hated every second of it. Dawson just did a great thing. He did a great thing. You will never know, people.
It just came out.
But it took me 3 hours to do all the sound effects for that. I hated every second of it, but we got it done, and it is what it is. We did it, and there it was. You got anything to say before you go into the comments? Because Dawson is going to read the comments.
I think it's a great finale for season 1. Of course, like Trace said, we got season 2 coming out, and it'll be, or it's not coming out, but it will at some point in time, probably. Yeah. Which that's gonna be cool. Star Wars videos, me and Trace have claimed, and for some reason, I guess it's just because of Star Wars, but Star Wars videos have always done very well. Yeah. On our channel. Yeah. We can make some off the wall Star Wars video, like one that I can think of that's just like off the wall and like random as crap is Aftermath.
True.
And that one did pretty well too.
That one's probably the most story driven Star Wars video we've ever done.
And then one of my favorite ones, as we did in the character ordeal, one of my favorite Star Wars videos that we have done is Bounty. Yeah. And just because it's a very simple story and like to the point, and it's just cool. Yeah. So I mean, you got that. But no, that's all I got. But like you said, we actually got comments on this video. We got 5 comments.
That's a lot. That's a lot of comments, guys.
Very red. The first one is, "This was a cinematic masterpiece. I applaud all of you. The fight scene was magnificent and probably my favorite lightsaber duel that I have come across recently. Great job, guys."
Wow. I remember that comment too, Bo, saying that we made a cinematic masterpiece. That's when you know you've reached the mountaintop.
You've done something good.
You have done something great.
You've done something good. Next comment. "I watch y'all's stuff whenever I get overwhelmed with homework, and I have to say you never disappoint." Has nothing to do with the film, but thank you.
Awesome. I appreciate that. We definitely appreciate that.
Next one. Note on the quote-unquote I'd rather die being on the light side than live long enough to fall towards the dark. That actually reminds me of a third verse of the hymn, O Scared Head, quote unquote, now wounded. What language shall I borrow to thank thee, dearest friend, for thy dying sorrow? Thy pity without end, oh, make me thine forever, and should I fainting be, Lord, let me never, never outlive my love to thee. Or maybe you were just referencing the Christopher Nolan Batman films where that you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I just read too many hymns.
Well, I think didn't you base that off of something though?
I think that quote. I think I did kind of base it off of the Christopher Nolan Batman.
Because I remembered that you when you were writing it in your phone and you were telling me that, it sounded like something that came.
I think I did it. I think I kind of worked its way around the whole quote. You either die a hero or live it yourself.
Star Wars version.
Yeah, the Star Wars version of that quote. I think is where I came up with that.
At least someone thought we referenced it to something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next, movie. Movie. Siphon. Intense stare down between Salth and the Inquisitor before they fight. Yeah. Me. Ooh, pretty lightsabers.
yeah, they are very bright lightsabers.
And then the last comment, I fell out of my chair when the Inquisitor lit his lightsaber.
It is a very loud, I remember that part. It is a very loud sound effect.
And it is very dark and very just like... Ooh.
Yeah. Note, that was 5 of the same comments from the same person.
Yeah.
Just want to say that.
Still
Pretty cool though. Pretty cool though. But yeah, we had those are the comments on the video. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things with it, even though it's 15 minutes long and it took us 3 months to film it. Yeah. Because we did most of it at the end of December, and then we filmed the lightsaber battle in March of the next year. So, 3 months, because we got better lightsabers than ones that wouldn't die.
Yeah.
So, great times. But, yep, this has got me, Dawson, Caitlin, and Gabe in it. Very cool stuff. And we're going to watch it right now. And as usual, if you've seen the reaction videos that we've done before, we might pause it and say some things. We might not pause it and say some things. But we'll talk about more about it at the end of us watching this film again. Because I haven't watched it in a little bit. So this is it. This is Star Wars The Stranger from March of 2021. So here we go.
Hold on.
Wow, the volume was not even turned up. We're doing great today.
Okay, now we go.
All right.
And go.
I gave it a cinematic opening, and it doesn't even play.
Well, it did play, just the sound.
It did, but there's no sound. Now, that sounds like it should be going... have more fire on it. Lighter fluid.
still such a cool shot though. Just Christmas lights.
Yeah, it's getting festive in the Star Wars universe.
Now, whose lightsaber could that
be?
His.
It's mine.
Throws in the fire right there.
Credits. There you go. I think it's funny that back then it shows the flashback of me with no facial hair, and then in the ghost grew facial hair.
Yeah.
It's like, how does that work?
It's okay. That's okay, because I've got like 2 different haircuts within this film.
Yeah, that's true. So... But it's so dark you can't even tell.
Yeah.
The only time you can tell is in the pictures that we took, where it's a different style.
And you can slightly see it in the burning scene at the very end, but it's not as prominent still.
No.
So, why did I cut that sound off so quickly like that?
I have no idea. Yep, it's gone. Okay. Yeah, this is the film that we did right after The Woods.
Fun
fact.
Water.
That creek has been in I don't know how many videos at this point.
So many
videos. Including home. It's also in that.
It isn't home.
And the sky. The trees.
Sky.
Dead tree.
Running.
Whoa.
Hey, look, there's Gabe.
Yeah. Okay, there's dogs in this universe.
Galen just looked at the camera.
Yep.
Why did we stop? Just stay behind me.
Why did we stop?
Kills child.
Well,
What?
this is before I color graded, because that obviously did not, or I did not color grade in this for some reason.
Yeah. You choose to and then you don't choose to sometimes.
Yeah. Now I color grade almost every single
Yeah.
video because of this reason right here, where it's like one you see half of it and it's like a different color because of the different angle that we film or something. So.
And it's the quality of the video too.
Yeah. I got a stick.
Y'all look lost.
We're being chased.
By what?
We're being chased by the Inquisitor. We need your help.
No.
Oh.
No.
No?
No.
Not gonna help you.
Can't.
Do you not know who we are?
No, don't care.
No.
Well, I'm Senator
Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Torwin from the planet Zarmus. And
I
this
know
is
it was
Prince
so
Corthoran.
hard for her to
Now
say
so
that.
many takes of that.
I'm just a stranger passing through.
The title. The title.
Credits.
But we
Credits,
really
that's
need your
it.
help.
Avengers. Dun 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 dun. Dun. As he walks away.
We need to keep going.
I mean, where else are you gonna go?
Risen the Inquisitor.
Yeah. Rough. Whoa! It's Ghostface. It's Ghostface.
When I start shooting, run.
Yeah, he's just cool like that. He looks like he's about to cast a spell. Yeah, he's about to cast a spell, man.
Oh, he's playing with fire again.
Playing with fire. By the the house that he's in is actually his master's hut. If you watch the one before it, you see it in the background.
See.
And so now he is living in the hut, not on the hut, but in it.
In the hut.
In it.
He's on top of the hut.
He is on top
He's
of the
on
hut. He is doing the force on top of the hut.
Oh, look.
It's kind of a signature thing, is him going into the
Hello.
into the past.
Yep.
You color graded this.
I did color grade this.
Yeah, to make it look different.
Just, I didn't the rest of the film for some reason.
Nope.
Wow, my good friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Salth.
But
Your path is to help these two people.
But why? I have no purpose to help them.
Salth,
Shut
soon you
up.
will
just
understand.
shut up.
And listen to me.
Come with me, Salth.
No.
No. We're denying everything.
There's the hut.
The hut in the background.
You remember this, Salth?
This is where I cut my face.
Yep, this is. I'm bringing back some trauma.
This is where we started.
Yeah, Julian makes an appearance. I forgot
This
about
is where
that.
it's gonna
Baby
end.
me.
Yeah, young Salth
What do you
Jarrde.
mean?
You'll see.
You keep saying I'll see, but I don't know what you're meaning.
My thing is, how do you not hear that and be like, where'd you go? You're just still talking and you don't hear that. He's gone.
What?
I disappeared.
I'm gonna wake up.
Time to wake up, man. And then it gets dark.
It's dark outside.
I think this was the first film that we used the work lights too. I think.
Hello.
Yeah, I think it is.
Get back to your ship. I'll take it from here.
It took them all night to find their ship.
They must have ran away for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow! That looks so natural. Don't get it too close to your face.
Nice to see you, Salth. What?
Probably the best voiceover because I recorded this from the computer to my phone.
Wow, my good friend.
Oh my
Wow,
gosh!
my good friend. Indeed he has.
It's his master! Whoa! Face reveal. Well, the difference is half of my face is gone.
Yep.
No,
Yes.
you're dead.
Nope. Nope.
No, Salth. I'm very much alive. Just not what you were
He
expecting.
sounds like a smoker. Chain smoker.
I buried you. You died in my arms.
It was purely a trick, Salth. I faked my death to turn to the dark
I'm
side.
smart like that.
My master would never turn to the dark side.
I just did.
Well,
so.
he did.
Some things you'll just never understand. You can't keep thinking of the old dumb ways of the Jedi.
My master would never be like this.
All right, we get it, dude.
I killed the light side of your master after I became the Inquisitor.
So he's possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
Then I will revenge my master's death.
Revenge is not the Jedi way, my young apprentice.
I'm a strip. And this is when we get to March.
Yep.
I am no Jedi.
Teleports to March. What? Oh my gosh!
Join me, Salth.
No.
The side that's gonna win.
I'll never join you.
Fight, 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 fight.
Yeah.
You will die.
Nope. Funny too because at first your lightsaber was white,
Yep.
and then we changed it
To purple.
to purple. Purple.
Such cool shots.
You matched with the music too. I didn't even realize that with the cutting. Da, 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 da. This was not in the freezing cold. I don't think.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Oh. If you listen close enough, you can hear them hit together.
I like this shot right
Yeah.
here too.
Excuse to not
Yeah,
do
it's
this.
fight.
Remembering all this stuff was the hardest thing.
Anakin twirl. Ooh.
I was fighting so hard that the cloak under my neck came up back. Never see that in Star Wars. Physical fighting. What? Rip the power of reverse. Reverse.
Give up, Salth. I've told you everything that you know.
Not every
That's really cool because you can see like the purple and the red.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's my thing. Why didn't he just use the Force? And he did, but I
he's
didn't.
dead.
Yeah, I got stabbed.
Now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
yourself. No. And I will kill you.
I'd rather die being on the light side than live long enough to fall towards the dark.
I went limp, son. I think I about broke my neck
Yeah,
doing that. That happened so fast.
it did.
Oh man, fire! He's summoning a demon. The music.
He's burning your body.
He's burning. Yeah, he's such. See, we in the sequel we said he wasn't such of a psychopath. He still is. He burned the man's body, and now he's gonna throw his master's lightsaber into the fire to make it even more psycho.
No longer the memory of the master.
Season 1 was the memory of the master.
No longer.
No, it's not even on fire. I don't think it even burned.
It burned a little bit.
Oh,
but not a
I
whole
remember
lot.
it just sitting there and no fire was on it at all.
Yeah, it burned a little bit, but not like a whole lot.
The end of season 1 of the journey of Salth Jarrde. Star Wars: The Stranger.
That's a cool title, too.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, Jarrex was the Inquisitor, not an Inquisitor. He was the Inquisitor. The OG, and then he died. Yeah. Yep. Just so we wouldn't have to call them Senator as Prince. And just give them names. Because who knows? South might see them again.
Oh.
South might see them again. And many more people like them. So, the Whether New Times or Not Star Wars universe is a vast universe that is yet to be created. Kaylin for her outfit. Yeah, for that one part.
Yeah.
That one part. I don't remember producing it, but I guess I did. I don't remember that. Wow, subscribe. Wow, got it all nice. Amazing. Yeah. There you go. That was Star Wars: The Stranger. The end of the journey of Salth Jarrde, the very first original character in the Whether New Times or Not films to ever really get an origin story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a film that, like we said, it took 3 months because we had to. I don't even think we even knew that we were going to finish it or not. And I remember after we filmed it, I did edit the first, pretty much the majority of the film together when I had the time, and it sat on my computer for 3 months until we filmed the rest of the lightsaber battle, basically.
Yeah.
And so I honestly didn't know or didn't really think that we were ever going to finish it, but we did.
We did.
And there it was, 482 views later. And that was about 2 years ago, which is crazy to me. But yeah,
What do you think about?
crazy stuff. Star Wars: The Stranger, that was it. As we said, we filmed it in the wintertime, which is really funny that we filmed some of it in December, and then we waited 3 months and it was still wintertime, and we filmed it. So we filmed it all in the winter, and it was freezing cold. Because I remember the week after Christmas, we filmed the Calling trailer, and it was freezing cold in the snow.
There was snow.
There was snow, and we might react to that and a bunch of other trailers in a feature episode.
Yeah.
But that was colder, The Calling was, than that was. Because that Star Wars one was, the temperature for that one was just like, hey, it's going to be even colder in the next 2 weeks. And it was.
It's about to be cold.
But, yeah, so Star Wars The Stranger, that was pretty cool. A lot of things happen. I know we haven't reacted to the sequel yet to really talk about what... That's weird. That is very weird. It freaks me out. But that... we haven't talked or reacted to the sequel to talk about the differences between that one and the other. We might do a reaction to that one, talking about that film. I will say there is some flashbacks to the sequel. In the sequel, there is flashbacks to the first one. So that's the kind of the thing with Salth Jarrde is flashbacks. There's a lot of flashbacks in his
he rethinks his life a little bit.
Yep, that's why the sequel is Journey to the Past. He is a man of the past and a psychopath. Yep, yep, that's it. Yeah, so the whole story, and we might have mentioned it in the character video, and Dawson talked about playing Salth Jarrde. The whole story is between him and his master, kind of like Anakin and Obi-Wan, pretty much, and basically Obi-Wan and Luke, as like our version of those two. I feel like it's more of a Anakin and Obi-Wan reverse, because I'm in this case Anakin, and you're Obi-Wan in a way. But yeah, so who knows? Jarrix could have had the same type of mentorship as Obi-Wan with Qui-Gon. Who knows? There's a lot of different things that have not been touched yet that we might touch on. Fun fact, and I know you'll probably have some things to say about this, but we were filming that dream sequence, and that was in December with everything else. And that was where we thought of the idea of, what if his mentor wasn't actually dead?
Yeah.
He never died. He just faked his death, and now he's a bad guy. And it's funny because way before that, 2 years before that, we were just like, he's dead. Okay, here's the actual, and I don't know if we're going to touch on it in season 2 or not, so maybe spoiler, maybe not. You'll probably remember it. Preston was actually supposed to play the best friend of Salth, who killed their master.
Yes. And
you're not supposed to see, like, in the sequel, you don't see a young, Drexel was his name. You don't see a young Drexel being mentored. You see Salth and his master and blah, blah, blah. And that was the plan, was in this next one, after that one, we were supposed to get Drexel versus Salth in this film. Pretty much, that's basically what it was leading to. Was Drexel would have been technically the Inquisitor, and not Jarrix. Drexel would have been. And Preston and Dawson would have fought each other. But that changed because we couldn't get Preston that day, and also we just didn't think of that idea. So we just did it to where it was me. My character. I think initially it was going to just be an Inquisitor, and we had a name for him and everything, and it was going to be a separate guy. And then when we did the dream sequence, it was like, nope, he's the bad guy now.
He's the bad guy.
So that's what we did, because we didn't have anybody else to really work with. And I think you came up with initially 2 Inquisitors, not 1. It's supposed to be me and Ian. Against you. I think that was, I remember that, because I remember writing down the character list, and Ian was going to be another Inquisitor, and Dawson was gonna, or Salth was gonna face both of them. I think. That's all I remember from it.
remember that.
That's all that I really remember from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it just kind of came out of nowhere that we wanted to film the rest of it.
Yeah.
I know that. They don't even think that we thought about it until the morning of. We're like, oh yeah, let's finish this. And then we did. Yeah. You can go watch the behind the scenes for that film if you want to see some other stuff. Do you have any behind the scenes things or things about the film that you would like to talk about Salth Jarrde?
I'm trying to think. There's not really a whole lot. I know one of the big behind the scenes thing we've already talked about, which was the whole lightsaber dying, and that was the reason why we didn't film for a long time. I'm trying. Oh, I made beforehand, but the strap broke, and we were like, well, we'll just use this. Trace's character, the reason why he wears that mask is because his jaw got cut off. So I made like a robotic jaw that Trace would just kind of like put on, and he would wear it right here. But
yeah, I forgot about that.
The strap broke, and like last second, and I was like, crap.
We'll just put a scary mask on.
Yeah, we'll just put this on you.
Whatever. Yeah, so, who knows? We might be seeing a flashback of me getting my jaw cut off. Mm-hmm. That's wonderful stuff. That just sounds amazing.
Sounds lovely.
It does. But we do plan on doing a season 2 with Salth Jarrde. It may be longer than season 1. It may be the same trilogy, a second trilogy with Salth Jarrde. Who knows? We got the same thing planned for Jasper McBride. We talked about that when we watched Star Wars Bounty. There's a lot of things that we can do. We have Aftermath, we have Out of Office, so you have a lot of different characters that we've made that can potentially be made into sequels and other things. So that was my hard drive. Yeah, it's been doing that lately. But yeah, so Star Wars The Stranger was a very long process, because I know when we filmed it that night, we did not go straight to editing, we did it the next day.
Yeah.
And that took most of the day. I remember that. If you don't shut up, I hate you so
beep,
much.
Beep.
I swear, it's been doing that.
It's arguing.
There you go. I unplugged it. Having some hard drive issues. But yeah, that was us reacting to Star Wars The Stranger. I don't know if we have any upcoming Star Wars film ideas that we could talk about since we just watched a Star Wars film. Just to let the fans know.
So here's the deal, and you've probably heard us talk about this before. Me and Trace has got a knowledge of a library of film ideas that we have come up with that we may or may not have filmed
Since day one.
So yeah, we've got this absurdity amount of ideas that we could do.
And there's trailers that we wrote that could be turned into films, which there's a bunch of those as well.
So when it comes to Star Wars, we've got a bunch of Star Wars ideas, like another kind of, it doesn't have to be a trilogy, it can be however many there is, but the stories of Jasper McBride, which of course, as y'all know, is our Mandalorian.
Yeah. We did have one before. Rex Malahan is still in the universe.
Yeah.
Which we might do more of him. He's more of the desert Mandalorian, because he's dressed up like he came from the desert, basically. But
he's like a cowboy.
Yeah, yeehaw.
Yeehaw. That's why on the first one, and like I said, he's very cowboy, and he talks like this.
Yeah.
How you doing, darling?
What?
So, and that's I made my accent be like that. I don't know why. But I did.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah, but you did.
But, so he is kind of like a cowboy. So the first, which is the stories of Jasper McBride, the first one is a bar fight. Is what it is.
Pretty much.
Straight up bar fight. So We might do some more in that. I know I came up with a storyline of a rogue inquisitor that is like.
There's some that I don't have written down.
Yeah,
I
we just
have
talk about
I
it.
have a bunch of them that are written down, and I'll go through them that we've actually talked about and
Mm-hmm.
have characters for. The ones that I write down are the ones that have characters for. Dawson usually writes the scripts down and stuff. But yeah, rogue.
Yeah, it's a
dude.
rogue inquisitor that got away from the Inquisitorius, and he kind of goes on his own path, and he turns into he's a bounty hunter. He makes himself to be a bounty hunter, and but the scary part about it is the fact that he's a bounty hunter, but he has a lightsaber and he can use the Force.
Oh,
so he's a
fun.
very deadly bounty hunter. So
Yeah, there's TK-42. I remember that one.
yes, there's
There's
TK-42,
that one.
which is based off of a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
That I've rewritten that script I think about 10 times.
Yeah, that
So-
I'll tell you all this. The idea has been there since 2016. That's a long time, and I mean that's like 7-8 years of it just sitting there. And we at first I remember that when I remember specifically being at the mall in not the town center mall.
Oh,
And you sent me
Kennesaw?
the script to TK-42, and it was a love story.
It
That was
was.
the initial idea.
And it was like a very cut off love story.
Yeah.
I don't really remember what it is now, but like that's the one I very vague like because I rewrote it a bunch of different ways to where it kept kind of the same story, and I think I kind of changed it up a little bit. But the original idea was this Lady Jedi gets captured and runs off. She escapes. Stormtroopers are chasing after her. One stormtrooper finds her, and she injures him, and they basically get to talking, and they fall in love. And as they're running back to her ship, he gets killed.
Ooh,
on the way there.
that's fun.
So they don't really get to brighten their love story a whole lot, but it's there
Depression.
a little bit, and then he dies. And I am pretty sure the person that was supposed to play the Jedi was Zan.
Yeah,
Back
I think
in the
so.
day.
I think so.
And then it got changed to Maddie in the newest one. And then I have no clue what it is now because I haven't looked at
Well,
it in a long
Caitlin's in
time.
there now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's me, Dawson, and Caitlin. Where Dawson plays TK-42. Or Scott. We're probably going to change
Scott.
that because Scott, that is not a Star Wars name. That is
Scott.
guy you go to a bar and meet him. Scott. I play a guy named Jet.
Jet.
And Caitlin's Alicia at the moment.
Aisha.
Not going to say the full name because, spoilers. But I do have some that we've wrote down characters for. Now, I did make up one using ChatGPT, which lately I've probably talked about it before, that I've made a bunch of ideas using it to potentially come up with a film.
Yeah.
This one I have is, I did this one, I did that a month ago. I can't believe it was that recent. Probably the last one that I did. I can't really remember. This is Star Wars Lost in the Outer Rim.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's basic, because I was thinking of that little TikTok that we did with the 501st Trooper and on TikTok, and I was thinking, like, what is one Star Wars thing that we have not done a film on? And I thought of the 501st Trooper, or any of them. And so, this basically, I'm going to read what I wrote down. And this is the AI generated this. I did not. Fun fact. I'll tell you that right now. It follows the journey of 501st Trooper Kato, stranded after a Clone Wars battle. Alone in the Outer Rim, he befriends scavenger Emily, which would be Caitlin, and unites an alliance against a powerful warlord, Vandar. Kato's evolving connection to the Force challenges his identity as a soldier. Together, they uncover a dark side plot, and Kato must tap into his newfound understanding of the Force to defeat a Force user. So Vandar would basically be a Force user. Kato chooses to stay in the Outer Rim, realizing the true essence of heroism.
Oh, how about that?
Basically, it's like Star Wars Aftermath, but with a 501st Trooper. And it sounds a lot bigger than Aftermath. But yeah, and I have a bunch of characters written down for it. Like the 501st Trooper, Scavenger, the Warlord, the guy who joins Kato and Emily in the fight against the Warlord. So there's like a 3-person group. Yeah, and then there's an actual dark side Force user. And then there's a wise being that the 501st Trooper would go talk to. Like Yoda. But I got that one, and I've got...
Toy Yoda.
From 2019, I've got Star Wars The Mandalorian with Rex Malahan making a return. And me playing Gaff Morin, an evil cowboy. Yes. And then we have a lot of blanks. A lot of blanks after that. And then there's the Mandalorian take over the Tenetarian, which is an idea that I thought of where the Mandalorian goes head-to-head with a guy who's just like him. Pretty much. He's just called the Tenetarian because he's from the planet Tenetaria. Not Mandalore. Star Wars Broken with Salth Jarrde. That was back last year.
Oh yeah, that was going to be the first one in season 2.
In season 2, technically episode 1, but film number 1, Star Wars Broken. And then we've got Star Wars Silver Squadron, which was the pilot film that we've talked about.
I still want to do that.
Where we have Dawson as Brent, me as Han, and Caitlin as Cara. Y'all might see that in the future.
I still want to do that one because the idea of that one is super cool.
Yeah. We got Star Wars Bounty Hunter, which was supposed to be... We were going to film that instead of instead of the Drop Zone, but we filmed the Drop Zone instead. And it was supposed to be... I was the bounty hunter. Dawson's character comes in and saves Caitlin, who's the senator.
Oh, I do remember.
Yeah, and he's Khan, I'm Locke, and then Tala is Caitlin's character in that one. And I've got Star Wars The Stranger. Wow.
How about that?
And then I've got Star Wars The Good, the Bad, and the Prize, which had me, Dawson, and Preston in it, which has him playing Din Djarin.
Ah!
Yeah. Unless that changes. Could be Jasper McBride. And then Crick, which is me, the gunslinger, and then Preston would have been Milo, the senator. And it was basically just going to be The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, but Star Wars. Pretty much. And who knows, it still might be a thing. Apparently there was already a Star Wars bounty film back in 2019 where you played Rex. It was a Rex version, I guess. And I played Jerk. That's hilarious. I played a guy named Jerk.
You jerk.
Yeah. And Preston played Orion, and then we had another character in there as well. And yeah, that's all the ones that I've got right now that I've wrote down. I had TK42 on there also, but there's a lot.
But the bounty hunter one that I thought of was, or the Inquisitor bounty hunter one. He's so here's the ordeal about Inquisitors. Usually, when the Inquisitorius began was right after Order 66 and the Empire came around. So, the Inquisitors are basically fallen Jedi that have turned and they became Inquisitors.
Like jerks.
Yeah, and help the Empire out as agents. So, some have, but some of them haven't finished their Jedi training. So, they're like half Jedi. But they still know how to use the Force and they still know how to use the lightsaber. So, they don't really have a whole lot of their training. So, when they become the Inquisitor, they're very violent. They have they haven't figured out the whole balance thing of being like, okay.
For example, that film.
Yeah. So they don't really find out the whole balance thing of being like, okay, what should I do here? What needs to be done here? Who do I need to kind of... It just kind of goes back.
Anakin.
Yeah, kind of like Anakin when he goes into Darth Vader, yada, yada, yada. A good way to figure out the backstory of Inquisitors is you see them in the Obi-Wan TV show, but they're kind of already there. Yeah. To actually get a good glimpse and to know about the Inquisitors, you need to watch the show Rebels. It's a cartoon. It's still a good cartoon. But you get to see a lot more about the Inquisitors on that one. But my idea, I thought about this scene. I was like, man, that would be such a power move. But the whole film is basically him getting the bounty, which is a person.
Yeah.
And, like, all these other bounty hunters are trying to, like, kill him to get it.
Oh, that's fun.
So it's like all these bounty hunters are trying to get the bounty so they can get the prize, but he's the one that got to it first, and then he's trying to keep it so he can go get the prize. And the ending is a bunch of the bounty hunters, they get together and they're like, okay, how about this? Obviously, everybody just doing their own thing trying to get it is not working, and we're all going against each other, so why don't we all team up and we all go and take them down, and we'll split the prize of the bounty. That doesn't end up very well.
Well, of course not.
The one idea, like I said, they're very violent. So I had this idea of a scene where one of the, because like I said, it's such a power move, but I had this, and we'll use the dummy, but I had this idea for a scene of one of the bounty hunters like, I can take him, and start charging at him, and he turns his lightsaber on and stabs it through his chest and like picks him off the ground and slams him into the ground. He's just like, and then everybody's like, oh
wow, that is violent.
That was, we're screwed.
Excessively violent.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. Wait. Let me tell you something.
What? Boom. Violence.
Violence
is always the answer. Property of whether new terms or not. Don't take it.
Don't take it. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh my gosh, we're making threats on the show. But yeah, that's a lot of our. That's a lot of our ideas with the Star Wars universe. We've got a bunch more that we didn't say that we probably haven't even thought of yet.
Nope.
There's that.
They'll probably come around at some point.
Yeah, there's. See, we talk. You probably think, oh, that's a lot of ideas for Star Wars stuff. Well, we got a lot more ideas for stuff that's not Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole episode in itself, right there.
Yep.
Is all of that stuff. But we watched the film. We haven't seen it, or I haven't seen it in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But that was us reacting to Star Wars: The Stranger. If y'all want us to react to any more of our films, videos, whatever, whether that be old videos, or whether that be films that we've already done, like we watched The Woods and like we just watched Star Wars: The Stranger, comment down below.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be pretty cool. Pretty appreciative.
Yep.
If y'all do that. But that's going to do it here for us for another episode of the Whether New Times or Not show.
I got one more comment.
He's got one more comment.
If you're wondering, I got my mustache and short hair again.
Yeah.
That's because we're starting to film the movie again.
Yeah, starting to work on that again.
We're getting it done slowly but surely. So
yeah. Just don't. It might not be soon. Just wait.
Yeah, just wait.
Just wait.
With the time frame that we got going on, the way how it has been, it might come out the beginning of next year.
Maybe.
So
if we're lucky,
we're gonna try, because me and Trace talked about this a while back, and we kind of touched on it on an episode, I think, a while back too. We kind of stopped for a while, and we started working on small projects again, and we'll still do small projects here and there just to pump out a small short film. But we talked about how we're going to get back into the grind of filming this movie again and try to film all the scenes that we can or able to, so we can actually edit it and post it so everybody can see it, because we did this big hype thing on it.
Yeah.
And it still is, and we're still excited to do it and to show y'all. It's just taking a while because it's a movie.
Yeah.
So, and me and Trace talked about it with the fact of, like, with Home, what did really good is sometimes the short and to the point films do really good, like Home and like Bounty and like some other stuff. But this really Lost But Not Gone, the movie that we're doing, is really just a thing saying, like, basically to where we can say we made a feature-length movie and we were able to do it. And it looks and does super cool. And like we said before, we're planning on maybe doing a premiere night. And I also was going to talk to you about that again. I'm not going to say it here because I don't want to jinx it. But we've been planning on doing a premiere night. We talked about maybe doing it in the movie theater. We talked about doing a bunch of different stuff. Maybe doing like a projector, doing whatever.
Party.
Party. We'll cook out. So if you're in the area and you wanted to come to the premiere, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, whenever that happens.
We
will say it on the show.
Yep.
We'll say it on here. But, yeah, we're working on all that stuff. Not to discredit Who Took Sarah.
That's still a good one.
That's still, at the moment, the only really full-length thing that we've done. Because the other three are full feature-length films, but they're not an hour.
Yeah.
Like Who Took Sarah.
Which is an hour and 2 minutes?
An hour and 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah. But yeah, we're working on it. We'll get there. We will let y'all know of everything that's going on, when it happens, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. You get it. It's just another announcement.
Yep.
But that's going to do it here for us for another episode of the Weather News Hammers or Not show. If you like this episode, leave a like down below. Comment what ideas you want us to do here on the show, what we should react to. I know we talked about in previous episodes reacting to Kamen Rider Super Sentai Morph stuff. That might be in the future. We've talked about doing movie reviews. We've talked about doing more gaming episodes. We've talked about showing more Lego stuff. We've talked about doing more costume videos. When summer rolls back around, we might do one at my pool. Who knows? Another Wipeout challenge.
Oh boy.
Who knows?
Oh boy.
The possibilities are endless. We've said it before, and we'll say it again. The possibilities are endless with the show. But just comment what you'd like to see, and comment what you like. If you like the stuff, tell us. Tell us in the comments down below. And subscribe to the Weather News Hammers or Not channel. It's the most important thing that you can do right now at this very moment. We gave you a countdown last time. We gave you a very deadly countdown last time. And I noticed none of y'all did it because our subscriber count is exactly the same.
Shame on you.
So do it now. I'm not going to give you a countdown. I'll be easy this time. I'm not going to do a countdown this time. But subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified when we do more Weather News Hammers or Not episodes, films, you name it, we'll do it.
Yep.
Yeah. My name is Trey Sparks.
My name is Dawson Mullins.
We'll see you guys in the next episode of the Weather News Hammers or Not show. Bye-bye.
Peace.